Welcome to the Labour Force. I'm Bongeni Mutwa, coming to you live from the offices of the Department of Trade and Industry, where members of FAU and Jiwusa, who are both SAFTU affiliates, have just handed over a memorandum of demands to the representative of the Director General of the DTI. Of course, they want government to intervene in their long-running dispute with Clover, South Africa. Right now, I'm joined by the General Secretary of SAFTU, Mrs. Zwelinzima Vavi. Baba, good day, and it's good to see you out here in person, on the ground, leading the workers.
Oh yes, this is a cause that every South African who loves justice and who hates apartheid colonialism must really rally behind. This is unprecedented that this country, which have adopted a very strong stance against Zionism, against racism, against the occupation of the Palestinian land by the Israeli armed forces, that it allows through its competition authorities a company called MILCO to take over a very stable company with a long history, not a nice history, but with a long history in South Africa. And now what we are seeing is yet another job loss bloodbath. 2,000 jobs are on the line. A factory in Lichtenburg is going to close down together with that one in Frankfurt and in Hilbron. And everywhere else, workers are seeing a cut of their wages by 20%. Where have you heard that? And above that, they're changing every condition of employment, reversing every victory workers ever fought for over many decades of hard struggle and sacrifices. And that's why we came here to say to the Minister of Trade and Industry, Minister Ibrahim Patel, this government which won election on the strength of their manifesto talking to decent work has a responsibility to intervene. We're calling on them now to intervene. Firstly, to recognize that the Competition Commission was wrong when it authorized this merger between MILCO and Clover.
Sorry to cut you, but 3 months, almost 3 months of strike now. The no work, no pay rule applies. How are these poor workers surviving and their families?
They're making a supreme sacrifices, and that's why we're meeting tonight with the leadership of FAU and Jiwusa so that we can step up the gear. These marches and demonstrations and handover of memorandums that are going to the dustbin can be the way forward when we're facing factory closures in Lichtenburg and in Frankfurt and Hilbron. We're calling for the total occupation of all the factories of Clover. As soon as we announce the program tomorrow, we're calling for the broadest unity of all unions in SAFTU, all trade unions in South Africa that truly cares about the plight of workers now. Every political formation that is left-leaning, that is campaigning on a pro-worker, pro-poor platform. Let's join hands. Let's occupy Clover factories, and let's make sure that we chase MILCO out of South Africa, out of the occupied land of Palestine, and back to where Israel was prior to their occupation, armed occupation of the Palestinian land in 1967.
Mr. Vavi, it was a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time. I believe you have marched to the union buildings now to catch up with, and good luck for the rest.
Amandla.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, that's how we leave it. It's back to you in the studio.